like to thank the fans. I'll tell you, I want to thank Nate Mason to get tickets out 2,500 in one day. Nate Mason's our ticket director. That's not an easy job. And I'd like to thank the CBI for picking us. Whether we won or lost, that was a good experience for us. Stony Brook's good. I know they're coming off a tough loss. CBI's got this manual. I started getting nervous. Ray killed me, gave me the manual. Like, who's done what, how many teams have gone to the postseason the next year. The average is 7 or 8 teams the next year go to the postseason. And it's a really good tournament with, you forget Oregon State, the Pac-10 teams won it. I didn't know Jeff Jones had 17 wins, and the Old Dominion's got a really good tradition, let alone Tulane and stuff like that. So you start looking at it, and Stony Brook's a really good team. We were very lucky to win that game. We probably got lucky that they wore out a little in the second half, and Jamal Warney, you can just see it. I mean, 15 and 10, and he probably could have not played a little better, but he might have been tired and stuff. That guy's reminds me of Sullinger, because I played against Sullinger at Ohio State when I was at Loyola. He's got that big thing. Once he gets it that deep, he's going to score, and he's really a good shot blocker. But our commissioner's here, who did a great job for us. I already thanked Nate Mason, our ticket director. To get people in here in 2 days and 2,500 is really good. We represent the MAC. There was a couple times I said a few things like, this is for the league. Like, we come from a tough league. And I thought we were getting out-toughed, and I'm not talking about the fight. I'm talking about the loose balls and the what do they have, 10 offensive rebounds in the first half? That's toughness, and I said, that's not us. That's not Manhattan, that's not Iona, that's not Quinnipiac, that's not us. And so they responded at halftime. I can honestly tell you, I didn't see what happened. I was turning around, talking to Mike Wolf when the fight happened. And the good news is they didn't eject any of the players on the court. You can't leave the bench. Hey, it's the NBA. Those kids watch the NBA. You can't leave the court. You can't leave the bench. That's the way it goes. And I heard Lucius say, don't leave the bench. So I turned around, and that's on them, and hopefully it's just a one-game thing. Other than that, I'll take any questions.
You did seem to pull away shortly after the fight, Jimmy, even though you lost 3 guys. Did that seem to fire you guys up?
I mean, it can't, because we had 2,575 people in here. If there was no one in here, I mean, our arena's loud. I felt good when the referee said, you have a good little crowd. I've done these before. And P.S., they're still yelling at me. I said, yeah, that's welcome to Albany. I mean, the crowd was into it. 2,500 is a good number. If there's 1,500 or 5,000, and that I wanted more, but it's only 24 hours to get it. I'll be interested to see what happens on Monday. Yeah, Poole's an emotional kid, and Levon Long doesn't. I've told you before, Levon Long's like a locomotive. It's just okay. Or we could fight, play nice, do whatever you want. And then Ryan Oliver has continued to make big shots for us. Ryan Oliver gives us some size. I thought his length bothered them on some threes, and then Stony Brook's a very good team, and they just had a really tough loss and had to travel, so maybe that came into it a little.
They seem to have some issues with your zone in the second half. I mean, they were taking some less than ideal shots, which is obviously what you're trying to do with the zone. Yes. But, I mean, you guys were kind of forcing them into some uncomfortable situations. You feeling comfortable? No,
it's good. It's good. I mean, it's just, I like you use Cinderella shoes on for the dance. The CBI Cinderella shoes. Ryan Oliver is tall. That guy is 6'5", He is 6'5", all of it. So all of a sudden he's long, and Marquise is pretty quick, and then Poole get up there, and Levon can react to the corner. Levon and Poole are quick so they can get to the corners at least and fly at the guys. So, yes. But we were lucky that Emo Silas held his own, and I was on Brett Bisping a little. Brett's one of those guys who just seems to play better when I yell at him, so he's got 2 more years of that. No, Brett Bisping is doing a yeoman's job of trying to keep that guy that may play in the pros off the. He's going to make some, but I didn't want to give up threes. And Poole gets, he got 1 rebound in the first half. He got 4 in the second half. That's good for a guard. Marquise Wright having 6 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists, is really good. That's really good because their guy's good, and he rebounded. But yeah, our zone gets the pace going a little bit. It's. They were breaking our press, so I'll tell you one thing I learned tonight, that I have to figure out what they were doing against our press, because it worked.
Yeah, Jimmy, do you sense any rust at all with guys coming back?
Rust never sleeps, Neil Young.
Good tune. Did you sense that a little bit, and then with the second half, the way things geared up, are they excited to continue playing?
I don't know. I gave them the halftime speech a little bit. There's no rust. This is like the postseason. I mean, these guys have never played in a postseason. So we had a very good conversation at halftime, a back-and-forth conversation at halftime. But I said, you want a postseason conversation? I'll give you a postseason conversation. What are you doing out there? No, I'm just kidding. Like, you can't give up second shots at home. Greg Popovich will tell you right now the best thing that they do is offensive rebound on the road. That's what he says to Spurs. The best thing the Spurs do is offensive rebound on the road, and that's how I said we're giving up offensive rebounds in front of all these people that came to support us. What are you, crazy? Like, you can give up shots, but you can't give up offensive rebounds. Was it rust? I don't know. They're pretty good. That team has gone to 4 out of 5 postseasons, 3 NITs. Okay, they lost at home. And losing at home in a one-game situation is, look, and I'm glad our commissioner's here because we play a regular tournament. You know, what they do that's different, what's tough about their tournament is they got a big guy that could dominate, but then the other team got to rest. And because I talked to Steve, he's a good guy before. They're coming off an emotional loss up here. But forget all that. That's a good team. They won 25 games 2 years ago. They beat UMass last year. I believe it was last year, right, Jason? They went to UMass. That team's in the NCAA right now. So it was a great win for us. Now we just got to see if we can get another win however we play. I hear we might play here on Monday, and I hope everyone comes. We really thank you for the fans. Thanks for Nate Mason, and I know that we can get more people here with a little more time, but it was a great crowd, and our players appreciated playing another game, believe me, and most of that's due to the people here, and whether it's the administration or the fans or the students or whatever. We know that we're lucky to be playing in front of these people.